Warning: what you are about to see is amateur in nature and meant only for video game communication. This is in no way meant to represent actual tactics or correct training. This was developed from experience playing Escape from Tarkov, as well as playing with all levels and new players. Some aspects of this video might be explained in an amateur way, or might be inherently wrong for real-world use. It has been adapted to best represent combat in the hardcore first-person shooter known as Escape from Tarkov. This might also be vastly different from how you or your group operate, and that is okay. Thank you for watching, and I hope you and your team can learn something from this video. Good afternoon, gents, and welcome to Escape from Tarkov Buddy Team Communication 101. During this video, we will be going over basic buddy team communication strategies to help you and your partner increase survivability in Tarkov. As with this intro, I want to stress that this info has influences from real-world tactics, but is adapted to a video game. Certain strategies used in-game do not reflect real-world tactics, as certain things like suppression and flushing players out with grenades do not work like they do in the real world. This first video will be about basic communications in closed space/indoor environments. I will cover open space communication as well as movements and combat strategy in future videos. This will be strictly for two-man movements, as larger groups will use a different communication strategy. Communication, indicating enemy positions and intention of movement. Tarkov is a unique game compared to most other shooters. There is an absence of any on-screen compass or directional indicator, as well as name tags or identifying marks over your teammate's head. As most of you who have played the game know, this leads to team kills, bad directional callouts, confusion, and even silence when engaging enemy players. To begin, I will show you an example of tactical communication that my group uses. This is a bit more stringent than what typical players will use, but when the shit hits the fan, you could draw on some of the experience in order to help you remember what info is needed by your teammates. This is a very important part of operating as a duo. Both teammates need to be able to quickly and effectively identify and track what the other says. It is hard to overcome situations where you are silent or focusing on a fight, but with a teammate, correct communication can mean the difference between winning and losing a fight. When spotting and engaging a threat, it is best to use the react to contact battle drill that is used in real-world combat. This battle drill consists of the following steps: return fire, seek cover, report the 3 Ds. If engaged, return fire immediately, if in a position to do so. If not, skip this step. Returning fire will allow you to suppress your enemy and allow your teammate to move into cover or start a flank. Oftentimes, this step is not possible in Tarkov, due to the ambush nature of many engagements. Seek cover. Find hard cover if possible. If no hard cover is available, seek concealment. Hard cover is material that will stop incoming rounds. Concealment is material that will not stop rounds but will hide you from the enemy. This could be a bush or a thin piece of metal. Report the 3 Ds to your teammates. Distance. A round number distance that you saw your enemy, if he was seen. If not, state that you have no visual contact or that you were shot at but have no idea where the round came from. An example of this would be, I see 1 PMC 100 meters straight ahead of us. Direction. A relative direction the rounds are coming from. This could be achieved by either using map reference points. An example would be if you were on interchange, you could say 2 bad guys at Tech Light or 1 bad guy at Coffee Shop in Goshan. If you do not know the direction, you need to tell your teammate and state, I do not know where the rounds are coming from. Or a compass bearing if time allows. When using the compass, you need to take into account that your bearing will be relative to your position. So if your teammate is far off to your left, it will be a different bearing from yours. Description. If you have visual contact with the enemy, you can describe them. Example, 1 PMC, looks like he has an SVD and is wearing a U-lock. This will come in handy in case you lose visual signs of him, or so you and your teammate can sync shooting the same target. Now, putting all 3 of these together would sound something like this. 100 meters, dome side front door, black pond, 2 PMCs with light kits. On top of these 3 Ds, we will add one more piece of info. This would be direction the enemy is moving. This is a very important piece of info to share with your teammate so they can better acquire the targets you are looking at. Adding this to our 3 Ds should look something like this. 50 yards on our 3 o'clock in the go-kart track. 3 PMCs with heavy kits running from right to left towards the front of Idea Mall. Your teammate now has all the necessary info he needs in order to maneuver on, close with, and destroy the enemy. As long as you keep this contact up, they should have no problem following what you are trying to indicate, and vice versa. Communication, intention, and movement. Our next topic is to discuss communicating your intention and movement. This simply put is describing to your teammate your actions and status during a firefight, or during tactical movements indoors. From this video, you will see myself moving up with my teammate Jaeger. Jaeger and myself announce our actions in order to make the other aware of any movements or actions we take. This will allow better reaction time and also offer reassurance to your teammate so they can focus on exactly what area they are covering. Also announcing your mag changes, ready to go status when you are set to move again after changing a mag or performing some other action, and your grenade throw, or telling your teammate you are prepping a nade and calling it as you're throwing your nade out, will help your teammate focus on the fight.
Oh, no, I hear shit.
One dead. Reloading.
I'm right here.
Okay,
Right here.
pushing. I'm set.
Oh, blue lasers.
Copy. Prepping nade. Frag going out.
They did close the door behind us.
I need you to check right. I'm going to check left. I don't know, I thought I heard something. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Clear.
Clear.
Moving down.
Oh, I made it out. Thank God.
Check it left. Left's clear. Why don't you move
Okay.
up?
Yep. I'm gonna check stairs first. Stairs clear. I'm gonna check long next.
Stairs.
Okay, long looks good. Go ahead.
Moving down.
I thought I heard movement. Just watch yourself.
I hear him walking on glass your way. I'm at the door, holding for you.
Yep, coming down.
Opening. Movement
They're
behind us.
running. Yep.
During a fight or a situation where you are pushing someone, it is best to announce your actions in a way that does not clutter your communications, but also makes your movements and intentions clear. This means announcing your advancing movements, any actions you take, and any disturbances on the map you see. This could be doors open, containers looted, dead bodies, grenade impacts, etc. Some intentions of movement that should be used are as follows: changing magazine, packing magazine, prepping grenade, frag going out, throwing grenade, holding corner, holding rear, opening door. Using these communications is very contextual. Using the 3Ds can be applied to all engagements when playing Tarkov, but the in-depth communication is often only used when either indoors or in an active close distance fight. Using it during large open area fights is possible, but creates a cluttered mess of communication, especially when you are in an area that doesn't have good reference points, or you are split up with your teammate. These instances, oftentimes we will operate independently and check in with each other when either shots are fired or when we are about to engage the enemy to make sure we're not about to TK the other teammate. This changes when you're running a large team, and I will discuss this in a future video. The communications we have covered are best utilized inside buildings and structures where enemy contact is possible or likely. This has been a quick crash course on buddy team communication. Look out for my next video that will cover buddy team movement, and my future videos that will cover large team movements, communication, as well as map traversal recommendations. Thank you for watching, and good luck on your raids.